Welcome to Bay Focus. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm so glad you do each week to find out what's going on here in Central Florida throughout our area, and I hope that you will keep me informed on things happening. And it's a busy time of the year. We're in summer's full of activity, but also even projecting and looking at the fall on things coming up. And we have with us today Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, which you know if you've been watching Bay Focus for any length of time. They have all kinds of things going always, and they have some special events coming up, but also we're going to get updated too on the movie The Favorite. We'll know more about that in just a moment. Also a little bit later in the show, For Haiti with Love. Haiti in the news a lot these days. Well, there's a ministry down there that's been there for many, many years that is ministering to people in Haiti medically and in a lot of other different ways as well. And we're going to get caught up with them and tell you how you can help them for their Christmas in August event coming up. But we're going to start with Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, and we have with us Daniel Bernard, the founder, with us today. You brought your son Luke Bernard, who is going to update us just a moment on his film, chronicling his life and his miracle story that's about to open here in the Tampa Bay area. But first of all, Daniel, let's start with Somebody Cares Tampa Bay. For viewers that may not know what you do, give us the overview on what you do.
Well, Somebody Cares is a networking of churches and ministries that work across racial, denominational lines, unifying to impact the Tampa Bay area with a demonstration of the gospel in order that we might also then be more effective in proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and that translates into some weekly gatherings, prayer gatherings, and leadership gatherings, but also into events that you can partner with. And you have a couple of things coming up. I think the first one would be how you provide backpacks. Explain that.
Well, we just noticed years ago that so many of the churches and people were trying to get 15 and 10% off going to Walmart and so forth, but we thought, what if we could actually bring in large quantities of backpacks and with supplies and get the price really down low so that the churches could then just affect that many more people with the same dollar. And so we've been able to do that now, probably going about 16, 17 years. And so we give out thousands of backpacks partnering with the churches. They get a real quality backpack, in fact, the tag says $29.99 on it. Yeah. So really quality stuff that, we feel good about, as far as representing Christ and to give to and meet the needs of, those who are in need out there. So you can imagine how it impacts a single mom, maybe with 3 kids, and they're getting this quality backpack that would, with the supplies, it would really, if she were to buy it, would probably be $40 or more, and so for just the one. So it's really, really great that we're able to do that.
So in other words, churches can create their own event if they want to do this, and they get them at a reduced rate from you.
Right.
That's how that works.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's on a donation basis that they give it to us, and we give a suggestion of what that would be. Okay. But we're able to help them to do 3 times or 4 times as much as they normally would be able to do, touch that many more people. And with that, we encourage people how to do events and what have you. So if there's people out there who are having needs, they can call us and we can direct them to the various churches that are doing the outreaches.
That's a great back to school event. I mean, I just think that's just really cool. All right, then your signature event every year is CareFest.
Right.
To explain that, that's coming up, and we'll show some pictures in a moment.
Well, CareFest started back in 2000. After we got done with the Super Bowl, we did a big sanctioned event of that Super Bowl 35.
Yeah, we were there for that. Yeah. I remember that.
It was so huge. It was a big blowout.
It was huge.
That time, Mayor Greco came to me and he said, "We'd like to know what else you can do." And so, other than, during that time too, we actually started the Operation Blessing food trucks in all the Tampa Bay area. But one of the things that I said to him, I said, well, if you'll give us those who are, the disabled and the elderly, the projects of those who are in violation of code enforcement but can't do anything about it, we'll mobilize the churches and the business to go do that. And we didn't have a budget for this. I just said it. And he said, okay. And so it ended up where, we started with Tampa, and then I challenged Rick Baker that Tampa could get more volunteers, and so it became this big competition thing, and then it spread across all the rest of Tampa Bay. So it's a huge, difficulty in the sense of because you got to find you get the projects, you evaluate the projects, then you got to gather the materials for the projects. We post it, and then the churches and/or businesses will adopt it. So it's a big, long progress of several months in progress in order to get to the end.
While you're talking about, just keep talking about. But here's some of the people at work and what they're doing.
Yeah. And,
wow.
Yeah. You know, and so it goes from just taking care of someone's lawn to some other people, some major stuff. And some churches end up, and what we encourage them to be caretageous, meaning when caring becomes contagious, you're caretageous. But the whole idea was this be a catalytic event for them to do ongoing caring. And we have many churches now that have gone on, and then they do this through their men's group or something, but they now do a project once a month.
Yeah.
And so, that's what we wanted, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's been tremendous. And so we're doing that again this year on September 29th.
Okay, that's September 29th.
It's the last
one day, right? Just one day?
It's one day, but we have ongoing projects all throughout the year. So if it's a youth group or a men's ministry and they want to do something significant for the holidays and bless somebody, we have ongoing projects that come to us from various, you know, from either whether it be inner city ministries or from the cities themselves.
Okay, so that's something people can start marking their calendars now. Churches get involved in individuals, companies, everything. The backpack giveaway can start anytime. They can start contacting you, or is there a target date?
I mean, so probably, right now is when we're starting to actually give out the backpacks to the churches.
What I think now would be good.
So this month, you know, in fact, in the next 2 or 3 weeks is going to be really important. You know. Yeah,
that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on, because I knew that would be happening now.
Yep.
All right, we're going now. Another thing, you guys have so much going, but this is a personal project and such a heartfelt project. We've had you on the show a couple of different times talking about the movie The Favorite. Luke, for our viewers that may not know, tell them just the brief synopsis of what this movie is about and update us on where things stand.
The Favorite's inspired by my near-fatal car accident and miraculous healing and recovery, both physically and spiritually, because I wasn't serving the Lord, and then this accident happened, and I had zero chance of surviving, and God gave me His grace and mercy and saved my life and miraculously healed me. And so the movie's inspired by that, and one brother perceives his other brother as the favorite, and so he takes out his anger and resentment by not being the favorite as an MMA fighter. His brother Luke is a soccer player. Their father's favorite sport is soccer, so that's why he thinks he's the favorite. Brothers are driving, and a car accident happens, and Luke has all the same injuries that happened with me and the same miraculous healing that happens with me. His brother Luke, Benjamin, has the same spiritual awakening that he is loved by God and he is loved by his father just the way he is.
Wow.
And so that's a story. And my name is Luke Benjamin Bernard, so both brothers depict a part of my story.
This is a story that you wrote, that God gave you the script, everything. We've talked about that on this show in the past. But it's based on yours, but it is fiction. But it is based on true story, based on elements of it. So that's really important to bring, because you took what was your story and you created a story around it to share this incredible truth and how God, you know, is no respecter of persons. You know, that we're all God's favorite, and that it's an incredible thing to see. All right, this is now going to be hitting theaters. This has been a work in progress for a couple of years. Where does it stand getting the theaters?
It's going to be in theaters in the Tampa Bay area on September 7th. September 7th, and leading up to that, what we are challenging and wanting.
Good picture there. There you are. Yeah.
Yep, September 7th.
Yeah.
It'll be released in theaters.
Okay, and then you have a project leading up to it.
Yes, it's the Favorite Top 10, and it's a 21-day prayer guide. It's where you list your top 10 not yet Christians and you pray for them for 21 days leading up to the theatrical release. And then you invite them to see the movie, and through the movie they hear the message of that they are loved, because the message of The Favorite is everyone is God's favorite. It's a message of love.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
I'm a firm believer of prayer, because prayer is why I'm here right now. And miracles will happen through this booklet.
Okay, now where can they get the booklet?
They can get it through Somebody Cares.
Okay, Somebody Cares Tampa Bay.
Yes.
They can go online and get it.
They can go online and get it.
Okay.
And of course, they can go to the Favorite Movie
favoritemovie.com
website
too.
and just call our office at 727-536-CARE.
I love that there's like this effort to prepare for its release.
Right, so because when, just thank you, everybody, just like Luke, we prayed for specific, unified, desperate prayers. I said, now that his near-death experience is turning into hopefully thousands of people having eternal life. So what if we all prayed for that specific, unified, desperate prayers for those who are lost to come to Christ through this film?
Yeah.
I believe God's going to answer those.
People will see it.
Yeah.
That are supposed. Well, everybody needs to see it, but I mean, there's specific people.
Yes, that's right.
Our lives are going to be changed, and if we
For
pray
sure.
for those people in advance and bring them to the movie. Okay, just a brief synopsis then, and is we're going to put on the screen again the movie information and premiere date on it. But the websites, the favoritemovie.com is a good place for people to keep. You're going to be posting any information there. And then anything to do with the backpack giveaway or Care Fest coming up, or just year-round, Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, sctv.org.
Correct.
Is a good place as well for that. And I'm sure there are social media presence for all of this as well. People can find you there.
Yes.
I want to thank you both for so much for filling us in on this. Luke, this is huge.
Yes.
Coming up September
yes.
on the way. That's just, wow. We've watched this develop, the whole thing. So just to see what God's done with your story is amazing. Okay, you want to stay tuned on the screen again. We're going to show you that picture again of the favorite movie. But then we're going to come back and get you updated on what's happening with ministry in Haiti. We'll be right back.
Hometown Happenings, a CTN exclusive.
Ballet Magnificat, a Christian ballet touring company, performed at the historic Polk Theater in Lakeland, Florida.
Magnificat is to magnify the Lord in Latin. And so our desire, and it's in our vision statement and our mission statement, is to glorify God first and to reach the widest audience possible. To play a part in the bigger dance world and in the bigger world as a whole is to do things not only with a heart of worship for the Lord, but also with technical excellence. We just believe that when there's nothing to distract, when the technique is beautiful and the dancers are strong and healthy and vibrant dancers, that when they worship, it comes through so much more God glorifying. So when people say they can't say anything about the Lord because they say, wow, they really know what they're doing.
What's happening in your hometown?
Well, we're back and just hope you can partner with Somebody Cares Tampa Bay on all their events, and of course the favorite movie as well, that you'll go out. We really need to support these movies that have a message of salvation, faith-based, but also just a good story. The story's phenomenal. So even if you have friends that are not Christians, that just want to come and see that, you need to take them. But we're going to take you to another part of the world right now, which is Haiti, and a ministry there called For Haiti with Love, which we've had on here on Bay Focus many times. But each year we bring Eva DeHart on, who is with us. She's the co-founder of the ministry, along with her late husband, Donald DeHart. And you have just kept the ministry going since the Lord took him home. And just is thriving, and a lot of people have seen Haiti in the news lately, but you are up in a for various things, particularly with some of the violence that's taken place and stuff. But you're in an area up in Cap Haitian, right, too, where you have a strong ministry presence there, and God's kept His hand on you all these years and protected you. Tell our viewers that may have never heard of For Haiti with Love what you do.
We have tried to follow needs over the years, and so the current focuses are on burn care, because no one was providing burn care. Without electricity, you have candles, you have gas lanterns, you have open flame cooking. There are just all sorts of openings for fire accidents. So the burn clinic sees over 200 new patients a month, does over 700 actual treatments because those people keep coming back for bandage changes. So that is our primary focus. We try to build at least one family home a year for a family to have a place of safety for themselves. Our newest project is community latrines. There is
You know what? I'm gonna right here, because this is part we can show some. But let's go to the pictures, because I think we're showing some of the things that you're talking about that you do and some of the building. Okay, go ahead, show us. Explain.
Okay, the top picture on the left is where the family was living before we started construction. And then the picture on the right is kind of midway through the construction.
The home. Wow, what a difference. Yeah.
So they get a very nice, very secure concrete home with concrete floor, wooden trusses, corrugated metal roof. The way we build them, my husband used to jokingly say if a hurricane was going to take the house, they would have to roll it down the hill because it would have to go in unison. This is a sample of the community latrines. Haiti has no sanitary system.
That's
not
unbelievable.
Anywhere in the whole country. Even their capital city does not have a sanitary system.
Wow.
So if you're stepping off of a curb in Port-au-Prince, step wide. You never know what's in the water.
Oh my goodness.
When we first started this, people weren't terribly excited about it. But then when they started seeing the difference that these community latrines were making in their communities, now we've got a whole list of communities that want to have a community latrine.
Wow.
It's a neat project because we can build one for about $3,500, which is more within the range of some of the churches to come up with a project than the materials for homes now are up to between 10 and 14,000.
Yeah.
And with their other ministries, churches struggle.
So are
with
you
that.
doing this because your base of operations is Cap Haitian? So are you doing these projects predominantly in that area, or are you going beyond?
So far,
Yeah. Okay. So you're trying to just help in
it'll
that
take
area.
us years to cover that area.
Oh
so.
yeah, yeah. The needs are just so great. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about Haiti in just a moment. But one of the reasons I brought you on is this kind of a pivotal time where our viewers can help you, because each year you do an event called Christmas in August. Explain that.
Okay, we have a party for the children on Christmas Day in Haiti. Logistically, that has to start now because you've got to gather up all of the things that you're going to take, and then you have to transport them down there. So we're dealing with logistics. We want to make sure that every child gets something that they would like instead of something that they need for a change. They get a full meal. We have churches in the area that bake cookies, so MFI's last flight out will have a shipment of 1,000 to 1,500 home-baked cookies for the kids on the flight. So they'll have beef, or chicken, and their rice and beans, which is their staple, some fruit.
So they'll have a meal.
Yes, a full meal. So they get first the full gospel, because we have the Jesus film for children in Haitian Creole. So first they get nourishing their souls, then they nourish their bodies, and then they go through the line and get gifts to take home and share. So
Yeah.
it's
and where do you do this at?
this for the last few years we've done it at our headquarters.
Yeah.
But this year, Rosalind wants to take it on the road. So we're going out to a small community of people that are out beyond the airport, kind of out of reach of most of the city folks.
Yeah, that's good.
And they have a school out there that someone built for them. And so we'll be able to use the school over
Well, you
Christmas
mentioned
holiday.
Rosalind. We've had her on the show before. It's your daughter that stays there, works there, and you are handling a lot of the stateside.
All of them.
All of it, yes. and you handle it here and she handles it there, and this is just pretty amazing how for over 40 years you started years ago with your husband Donald, and you guys left normal lives, careers. And if am I remembering right, I think your husband was in construction or
He was.
Yeah. And just how one missions trip changed your lives, and when you went over there and saw the need, and to this day doing all this. Now, when you give us the date of Christmas in August and the location, and how that's something you're trying to get people to get involved in.
Yes, we need items we have a live auction, so we need items for the auction, but mostly we need bodies, we need reservations. So it is Monday night, August the 13th, and it's at the First United Methodist Church in downtown Dunedin.
Yeah.
So it's right on 580, it's Main
Right.
Street, it's really easy to find. We will have live Christmas music. So we will give kind of a synopsis, a picture story of last year's Christmas in Haiti, so they can see where their gifts go, where their money goes,
Right.
and see the results of the party.
Okay, so you're doing, there's all these different arms of the ministry involved in construction and the community, latrines and the burn clinic. But I think one of the things, because I bring this out, is that you've done for years, and we talk about this every time you come, is that it just shocks me the level of work you do with burns there. This clinic stays busy. It just stays. Why? Some of our viewers may not know, why is everybody dealing so much with burns? And there's a reason for that, but you
Well,
deal with it.
it is when you don't have electricity.
Yeah.
Block everything that you do with electricity. You're going to find another way to do most of those things. So the cooking is on open charcoal fires on the ground. They're French culture, so they wouldn't cook inside the house anyway. If they have a kitchen, it would be outside. But without electricity, it's charcoal cooking outside. So kids playing, run by, fall into either the cooking pot or into the charcoal.
Wow.
They cook in big vessels, so they'll be carrying it and a child runs, and the
A lot of
boiling.
these are children getting.
It is a lot of children, and some of them are just toddlers, and they see the food put on the table and they are so hungry that they can't wait, and they reach up and grab it. So then you've got boiling rice, which continues to burn until the rice is removed from the body. So the little ones really have a lot of pain involved.
It's every time you've shared that, and over the years we've shared some pictures that we could. There's some of it's just too graphic, but it just breaks your heart to see this. And you guys, now do you have staff there that help you with all this? Or have there been missions groups that have gone over and help you as well with
Combination
everything?
of both.
Yeah.
Wagner College in New York has a nursing school division, and one of their instructors is Haitian, and so she put together a team a year ago, and then this year she took down 12 students and another instructor, and so we had 14 people at the headquarters, and
Oh, that's great.
yeah,
Yeah, people just looking for opportunities where they can make a difference. And yours is one of them. Okay, in the remaining few moments we have left, I want you to be able to articulate to our viewers what your greatest needs are. And I know we just talked about Christmas in August, but you are year-round. on what's going on. So how can our viewers help you?
We have churches, and we could use more, whose sewing groups make outfits for children. We take down clothing for the little kids, particularly if they've been burned. A lot of times they burn the only outfit that they had. So we take those. We take hygiene kits, soap, shampoo, washcloth, bath towel. Those are luxuries in Haiti.
Yeah, wow.
Like the school kit project, we also distribute school bags that are full of the school supplies. Those go by age in Haiti. Not even the smallest child will use blunt scissors. They laugh. Think they're
So you're
really
actually
funny.
using backpacks over there too.
We use a lot of backpacks. So it's hygiene kits,
Yeah.
it's sewing kits, it's all these things that can be put into Ziploc bags or into backpacks that are easy to distribute and easy for the people
Right.
to
So
carry home.
Really, these are things that you need year round. There's
Right.
different things. You know, when
And
they can find that online, can't they? Can't
Yes.
they go to? Yeah.
We're on most current pictures and most current needs will be on Facebook under For Haiti with Love. We do have a website. Needs updated, but is great with history. Also has the graphics and the reservation form for Christmas in August.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm always available by phone.
Yeah.
But let's not forget money.
Yeah. Financial donations would be
Because
great.
any stuff we get has to be transported.
Right. Okay,
So,
we're going to end on that note, and we can go to forhaitywithlove.org or find For Haiti with Love on Facebook, and you can see all their needs. And you're going to hear some more information on Christmas in August. We'll be right back. Well, I hope you'll help For Haiti with Love in year-round and their Christmas in August event coming up. Also, Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, we showed you early in the show. They have the backpack giveaway going on now. So if you want to order some backpacks to do an event at your church, contact them. CareFest coming up in September, and you don't want to miss the premiere of The Favorite movie coming up as well. We shared all that with you today. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you, and we will see you next week.